Welcome back. Sorry I ran out of time in that last video. So we in the last video we had gotten through the first three measures of analysis for this 8 measure example out of this is out of a Cannonball Adderley transcription. Uh, if you want to check this out, by the way, and let me actually write this down. This is, I should get in the habit of writing these down when they come up, but this is from, and I know I use Cannonball Adderley examples a lot. I'm a big Cannonball Adderley fan. So this is from, I just want to write this down, Cannonball Adderley, who was a great jazz alto saxophonist. And this track is called Poor Butterfly. Poor Butterfly. I would highly recommend checking it out. You definitely don't have to check it out at all to get this example. This is, we're just doing this just like any other example we do. And actually, while I've got this out and I'm making changes, let me rewrite that 4-4 in black right there so it looks a bit more uniform. There we go, 4-4. Okay, so now back to doing our beat analysis. So in the last video we had talked about, oh, the pen's about to freak out. There it goes. So in the last example, or in the last video, we had talked about this dotted quarter note that we had right after this eighth rest, and about how the beats that are under this bracket, there are 4 eighth notes under, or the amount of time that we have, we've got 4 eighth notes. So if we play beat 1 on this eighth note rest, then we start playing this dotted quarter on the upbeat, right? So where would that put our beat 2? Well, it would put our beat 2 in no man's land, wouldn't it? It would put it, after this quarter note. So let's do that. Beat 2 in no man's land in there. So then after that, and it's red because we're playing on it, and so then after that, we've got 4 eighth notes, which is equal to the amount of space at 2 quarter notes. So that occupies all of beats 1 and 2. So we move on, this, and then this eighth note right here happens on beat 3. Then we have 3 and then this eighth note rest, so we'll get out our blue. That eighth note rest happens on beat 4. Okay? So then, and then we're done. We're done with that part of our beat analysis. So then we move on. And we can actually just copy these numbers from, in this measure down here, we can just copy these numbers from up here, can't we? Because it's, we have this tie, but that doesn't really affect our beat analysis right now, does it? So we take this and we just copy this beat analysis. So let's just do that. 1 is on that beat, and then 2 and 3 are in no man's land, 2 and 3, and then 4 goes under that quarter rest. 4. Okay? And then look at this. We've got this measure up here that we did this beat analysis for. Well, it's the same thing as this measure down here, except for one difference, if you can spot it. The only difference is this right here, is this tie that we have, if you can see this. And I'll try to, let me see if I can outline this and have an undo. Do it in yellow just in case I can't undo it. But there. And hopefully you can see that in yellow. But that's the only difference, is we had that tie up there, and these 2 notes down here aren't tied. But that doesn't really affect our beat analysis right now. It will when we start putting in the arrows, but right now it doesn't affect it. So let's undo all those. And we can just really copy that beat analysis down here. So we have a blue 1 on that eighth rest. Then we have our 1 and we start there. So we have beat 2 on this eighth note. Clean that up. Beat 2. 2 and then 3 on this quarter note, 3 and 4 right here. And that's it for that measure. And then the same thing happens. So we can just again copy this beat analysis for the third measure down here to the 7th measure, can't we? Because it's the same exact thing, even with the tie. So let's just do that. So we go 1, and then 2 and 3 are in no man's land, and then 4 is a rest, so we're going to make it blue. 4. There we go. And then moving on, let me make that 1 a little bit. 1. There. And now moving on, we've got pretty similar, or at least the first half of this measure down here, this 8th measure, pretty similar to this 4th measure, isn't it? So we're going to start playing. We play beat 1 on that 8th rest right there. And then we have this note on the upbeat. And actually, you know what? I'm going to real quick just write in that green, just in case you're having trouble following me. But we start playing this dotted quarter on the upbeat, don't we? Because we just have an 8th note so far in the measure. So upbeat. There we go. And I'll do the same thing down here. Dotted quarter note comes on and upbeat. Okay. And then beat 2 goes in our no man's land, right? Because beat 2 happens after we've started playing this note. So that's why we're putting it in no man's land. And then our beat 3 is just this quarter note right there, beat 3. And then the only difference we have between these two measures is this one we have a rest on beat 4. And what do we have on beat 4 down here? We just have this quarter note, don't we? So I'll just write that in. So beat 4. That's a quarter note. And now I think we've got just enough time to do our arrow analysis. So we're going to do this the same way, and we're going to do it in green. So right here we've got beginning, we've got a downbeat on 1. Downbeat. And we hold through 2 and 3. Like that. Okay? And now we come into the upbeats that we've got. So let's actually just put in all the upbeats and downbeats. So we don't have anything on 1, but then we have an upbeat. Get rid of that. We have an upbeat on the end of 1, don't we? So upbeat. So 1 and downbeat on 2. Down. Upbeat on the end of 2, right here. And this upbeat, we hold that through to the end of beat 3. You see? Because we've got this tie here. So we hold that through to the end of beat 3. Get rid of that so it looks a little bit cleaner. Okay? And then, again, we've got downbeat on 4, downbeat on 4, then an upbeat on the end of 4. And then what happens? Well, this might be I don't even know if we've seen any of this yet, but we've got our tie, we've got our note tie, and it goes over a bar line too. So we're actually holding this for 3.5 beats. So from this upbeat, we don't have a downbeat on 1. We're just going to draw our hold through 3 of that measure. Okay? So hopefully you're following that. Hopefully I can get this done. I'm kind of running out of time. And so anyway, let's kind of go through this a bit quick. Hopefully it'll go quickly because this is all pretty similar down here. So we have the upbeat of 1 right here. Hold it through 2. Downbeat 3. Upbeat 4. Okay? Rest on 4. Then we have the upbeat of 4 right here. And then we've got, again, just like right here, this example, or this measure, we've got a tie. So we hold this, or actually, you know what? I'm not going to put the arrow totally filled in. Actually, you know what? I'm totally out of time. I'll have to continue this into the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.